I just finished mission 4 of 5 for the Career Agent of Exploration, and I'm about to request mission number 5. So number 5. For you, my friend, there's always something. Your last assignment is to scan down a gas cloud. We've created an artificial pocket for you, and while you'd usually reap it with a gas cloud harvester, our only concern is that you make it through to the second area and bring back the proof of discovery document. So normally you'd mine the gas with a special gas harvester, but they're not even asking us to do that. They just want us to go there, scan it down, and check it out. The materials found inside these clouds are used to make biochemical enhancers known as boosters. Yeah, boosters, again, they give you bonuses like 30 minutes bonus to armor repair. People use it in player versus player combat a lot to give them an edge over the opponents. They're expensive, but they're also nice to have. Some of them are illegal. They're considered contraband depending on what boosters they are. And if you go into high-sec space, buy a customs agent, they'll scan your cargo and give you a fine and take it and stuff. So it says here, it is a dangerous industry populated by dangerous people. You're safe this time, but gas clouds will occasionally be inhabited by pirates. Okay, so it's going to be in this same system that we're in. We need to go get a proof of discovery. Granted items. It's going to give us a gas pass key. I guess that's going to let us go through the gate. And the rewards, oh, it looks like they're going to give us a ship. A heron, so we can right click it on the picture and do show info, and we can see here the heron is a frigate, so this is a Caldari frigate, and the bonuses are 4. You get a bonus to scanner strength, core and combat scanner probes, so we're using core scanner probes. So for every level of Caldari frigate you have, you're going to get 7.5% bonus to core scanner probe strength and combat scanner. So let's say you have level 3, you'll get like a 20-something% bonus, like 22.5, something like that. Now for 5% salvager reduct duration. So if you equipped a salvager, I mentioned earlier you can get salvage material from salvaging wrecks, which is the same kind of material you get from the relic sites. So this ship gets a bonus to make your salvagers run faster. If you were full at level 5, you'd get 25% faster salvaging. And it also gets a roll bonus. So this one's not based off of your Caldari frigate level, but it's just a straight flat bonus. Plus 5 bonus to relic and data analyzer virus strength. And your strength, if you remember, is the equivalent to your damage. So essentially this ship is built for exploration. You get bonus to your scan strength, so you can scan down things faster, and you can scan down higher level things. You get faster salvaging, so you can go salvage wrecks and get the loot there to build rigs. And you get a straight bonus to your damage on your relic and your data analyzer, your virus strength. So that's a great ship for exploration. You can do all the exploration you want in high-sec with that, and that's what we'll get if we finish this mission. So let's go finish it. Accept. And we don't have to do anything special. It's just undock. We should have all the equipment we need. Actually, wait, let me cancel my undock. Before we do that, we have to go to our item hangar and get the gas pass key because they granted us this item. So let's take it from the item hangar and put it into our ship cargo. Now we can undock. Zoom out a little bit, and we want to go to the location. Oh, that's right, we have to scan it down. So let's open our scanning window down here. We'll scan to the left, probe scanner, and down in the bottom left we'll click launch pinpoint formation. This is really the best one in my opinion. It's the only one I ever use. I've never needed anything else. You might try the other ones if you want to cover a broad area. If you have an expanded probe launcher, you can launch combat probes, and you can actually scan down people's ships instead of just cosmic signatures. So when you're out in low security, null security, or wormhole space, you can use combat scanner probes to actually scan down someone's ship and warp to them and go attack them. one caveat there, one thing to be aware of is those probes do show up on the directional scanner. So any vigilant player who's looking at their directional scanner, even if they don't have a scanning dedicated ship, will see that you're probing them out with combat probes, and they'll know that you're coming. So you have to scan real quick to get them. Anyway, we launched our probes. Let's look around. Did I have any gas sites? I did. Here's a gas training site that has 93% from our earlier scan. So I'm going to double click this gas site. And now our camera is centered around this one. So I'm going to go double click to get a top view, zoom out, and I'm going to move my probes over there a little bit. This was at 93%, so I can be pretty confident that it's going to be relatively close to that location. So I don't need to make my scan probes huge. I can make them pretty small because with 93%, it's going to be pretty accurate. So we're at 4 AU. 4 AU is definitely a safe one to scan here. So let's scan it. I believe the rule is anomalies and signatures show up within 4 AU of any of the planetary bodies. So if you put your probes right around a planet and you put it around 4 AU, you should, well, I guess you'd want 4 AU in any direction, so 8 AU around the center of the planet would capture everything. You might want to go a little bit bigger just to be sure. It doesn't hurt to start at max distance all the way up at 32 AU and scan there and just narrow down from there. But let's see how we did. We got gas training site up to 100%. Great, let's warp to it.
Warp drive active.
And I'm going to close my scanning window here. In your scanning window, if I pull it up again, so the shortcut here is Alt-P. You can see where it says Probe Scanner and Alt-P next to it. Most of these buttons will tell you what the shortcut key is to get there directly. And so this one's Alt-P. Alt-P will open and close that Probe Scanner window. If you don't have any window open, it will open your solar system window with the scanner. If you press Alt-P again to close it, it's only going to close this particular window and leave you with this. So you can close out this whole window like that. You'll get more familiar with the interface, though it is a little confusing at first. Okay, if you want to change any of the shortcuts, by the way, or see what they are, you want to go to your main menu in the top left, and then go to Settings. And then under your Settings, go to the Shortcuts tab. And here you can see and set and search for all the tags and see what they are and change them if you want to. Okay, so the Sisters of Eve, Lady Ruley's talking to us. You're almost done, pilot. This is the last site. This is the gas site. Okay, we just need to use the acceleration gate. Let's click the acceleration gate and
Warp
activate.
drive active.
We're already close enough to it to activate. All right, excellent work. Now don't forget to recover the proof of discovery gas document from the container. Okay, there's a container here. Let's approach it and then open cargo. And it'll approach and it'll open as soon as we get close enough. There we go, proof of discovery, loot all. There we go, now we have it in our cargo and our info page updated here for our mission. Dock. That will warp us back and
active.
dock at our station, where we can turn in mission 505. And if you want to see your mission that you're on, you want to go to your menu in the top left and Activities, Journal, or Alt-J. Your journal is where you can view all of your missions and see. You can see ones that have been offered to you, which ones you've
Docking permission
accepted,
requested.
and if you right-click, you can read the details, or you can right-click and start conversation. So if you forgot what the mission was about, you can pull up the conversation
Docking request
and
accepted.
see, oh yes, here's my reward, the Heron. Okay, great. Let me set destination and go dock and talk. Okay, so I'm gonna I've already got it open, but I can show you again. So the agent's down here on the bottom right. You can click Start Conversation or right-click Start Conversation, or you can use the info panel over here, Start Conversation, or from your journal, you can right-click Start Conversation. Okay, here we are. We've checkbox next to the proof of discovery, and we're going to get that heron. Complete mission. All right, now that was the last one. For passing the exploration training program, you've been awarded with a scanning frigate. Hopefully you'll be able to make good use of it. There are many corporations that would be happy to land themselves a rookie capsuleer with good knowledge of scanning. But if not, the ISK you'll get in exchange should help you with the purchase of some exploration-related skill books. So, exactly, you can go take this frigate, and I'll show you right now. Okay, now our journal is clean because we don't have any missions. And if we look at our career agent down here, we can see that the Start Conversation message box is now red. It says career path already completed. So that's telling us we've already done that career agent, and we should go start another career agent. But before I do that, let's check out our ship hangar. And we can see here there's a heron. That's the new one we got. Let's right-click Assemble Ship. Right-click Make Active. And then open our fitting window with Alt-F. And now let's take all the modules from our other ship and put it on this ship. So here in our ship hangar, I'm going to right-click this other ship that we have, the Bantam, that was given to us earlier. Right-click, and there should be a strip fitting button. Here it is, strip fitting. Do you really want to remove all the modules? Yes. They'll all go into our item hanger. Now the item hanger... Oh no, you know what? I must... Wait, maybe I just left them in the cargo. There they are. I need my probes too. So let's pull the probes out into the item hanger. This gas pass key, we don't need that anymore. I'm just going to right click and hit trash it. And so I'm going to take my probe launcher, click and drag it onto the ship. Take the scanner probes, drop them into the launcher, and take the data analyzer and the relic analyzer and drop them onto the ship too. You'll notice this one has more mid slots, so you can also equip an afterburner, maybe a cargo scanner, so that you can see what's inside the hacked boxes before you bother hacking them. And you can even equip in your mid slot a scan rangefinder, which will improve your scan strength. And you can equip those in your mid slot. You can also fit rigs that will improve your scan strength. And in the bottom, you might want to fit expanded cargo holds or overdrive modules to make you go faster, or nanofibers to make you move around faster, or inertia stabilizers to also make you move faster. In the top, you might want to fit 2 guns. You've got 2 hard points here, so you can fit a probe scanner and 2 guns, or you could fit a salvager and 1 gun. And you also have 35 cubic meters in your drone bay. So this ship can actually fit drones. With 35, you can fit 7 small drones. You can only launch 5 at a time max, but that means you can have 5 combat drones and 3 salvage drones. So you can fight with the combat drones and then salvage with the salvage drones instead of using up your high slots. So you could have 2 guns and your drones, but let's see how many drones you can actually have. So let's open in this drone slot here. 15 megabits a second. That is the bandwidth that we have. So a light scout drone uses 5 megabits. That means we can have 3 probes out at a time. So a full flight of drones with this would be 3 light drones. So the cargo in our drone bay is 35 though. So we can have other drones. We can have 3, which would be 15. That would be combat, 15 cubic meters dedicated to combat. And then maybe you have an armor repair drone, a salvaging drone. You can have all kinds of different drones. So very powerful and flexible frigate. Absolutely a good exploration ship, still, even for experienced pilots. All right, well, that's it. That's the career exploration line, and you should now have a nice ship with scanning bonuses. If you right-click on the ship and do show info, that's how you can get the information about your bonuses, the description, exactly how much drone bandwidth it has and drone capacity, and all that kind of stuff. When you look at it like this, if you see some of these ones that are in green, you can mouse over them, and it'll tell you it's a modified value. So basically the hit points on this ship are being modified either by my skills or some equipment that's on my ship. And see armor hit points here. And if you mouse over, it'll tell you the base hit points. So if you're curious what the ship without your bonuses applied to it specifically, because I showed info on this particular ship. So it's showing me the bonuses that are actually equipped on this ship. You can also go to variations and see the Tech 2 one and the Tech 1 one. And if you click on the info button here, then it'll bring you up to the generic Heron one. And if you look at the description and the attributes, you'll see all of the attributes as they are standard without your specific ones, because now we're looking at just the specific one here. You can hit back right here. It's real small. You can hit previous and go back to the one you were looking at before. So now we're looking at the plain one. I can hit back. And now we can see we're looking at my Heron, which is currently uninsured. And if I go to the traits and the attributes, we can see that it's got my specific bonuses applied to it. And I can go back to the first one, or I can go forward to the plain one that we were looking at and compare it there too. You can expand all your things here and check out all the stats for your ship. And I encourage you to do that. And you can also check out fittings. So if you do this gear here, the wrench browser, you can see there's hulls and hardware, and you can simulate a fit and basically experiment with different fits even if you don't have the modules. So let's go here and say hulls and fits, and you can do different filters here. So let's try community fittings. Let's filter community fittings and current hull, which means this ship. And let's expand frigates, Caldari Heron. And so these are frigates that, these are fits that Eve has provided as basic examples. And so there's two. There's one called Starter Exploration. It says basic Tech 1 fit for players wanting to get into exploration. And if you click on it, then it'll show you the fit here. And the green ones there, they're going to tell you those are active modules. And you can play around with how the stats would look when they're on, active, and things like that. So in this case, it's got the probe launcher, the salvager, the micro warp drive to go faster, your scan range finding arrays to increase your scan strength, and then your data analyzer and relic analyzer to hack the sites, and then 2 nanofiber internal structures to make you move around faster. There's also a Tech 1 exploration. It says a fit for new players wanting to get into exploration and hacking. And this is just a slightly different one. Actually looks like it's pretty much exactly the same, except they have 2 salvagers. And this one doesn't have one at all. Okay, so they're not very different at all. So that's how you can get some community fits. Not all the ships have them, but these do. So they're there to give you some ideas if you need to. You can also fit your own. Let's say here I want to fit another salvager. Let me go to hardware and search for salvager 1, and then I could drag it and drop it there and see, yeah, it still fits within the parameters. And then if I wanted to, I can click up here and save my fit and say this is my custom Heron fit. And I can copy it to clipboard, I can save it. And down here in the bottom right, it'll tell you how much that fit would cost based on current market. And you can even hit buy all. And it will attempt to look around and see if all the modules are available. And in this case, it looks like maybe the core probe launcher isn't available. And it'll also tell us, yeah, this looks like a decent price. This one is quite a bit overpriced. And if you wanted to, though, you could just buy all the modules at once. So enjoy your exploration frigate. Get out there, go scan those signatures, hack the sites, get the loot. Either use it to build stuff or just sell it on the market. You can also scan down combat sites, which are going to be better combat sites than the anomalies that you can find without a scanning probe. And you can also find the gas sites, and you can even find wormholes too. Wormholes are a whole topic on their own, but they're fun to track down too. So get out there and enjoy.